Okay guys, so our next block of Iron Try programming comes next week. This is a reset and we're going to work mostly on technique. During that time there's going to be less of an emphasis on plyometric work and more of an emphasis on mobility work. I want us all to feel confident in the snatch position and the clean position, and actually overhead in the jerk position as well, and the front back. So that will be where our warm-ups will change. So our warm-ups will not be so much dynamic warm-ups, they will be conscious, mobility-focused warm-ups. After that, we will go into some type of primer. Mobility work can be priming, so we're probably going to work a lot on the snatch and clean grip Zotz press. They're two good movements that allow us to develop the bottom position of the squat, keep it all and get time in that squat, and also work on the flexibility and mobility to get that bar overhead, either in the jerk or in the snatch, and gives a good amount of thrust and mobility. After that, we'll go into we'll split the session. So we'll start with some more technical stuff. The technical stuff that we're going to do is a pause power snatch on the snatch day into an overhead squat. The concept here is that our power snatch should be identical to our squat snatch, with the exception of the depth. Okay, so you obviously have a squat snatch, you're catching the bottom. With a pause power snatch, you're trying to catch in that three-quarter squat. What the complex is a pause power snatch, hold wherever you catch it, 3 seconds, get confident that you can catch the bar there, and then ride down. So for those guys that maybe don't currently have the flexibility, it's a great way that we can kind of build up that connection with the bar and really work on keeping really good contact throughout. When it comes to our technical work, after that we will move into some hang pause snatches, and that's obviously quite obvious why we're doing that. We're going to develop that second pull and third pull, so dropping underneath the bar, but very much also keeping that bar close in the second phase. This is what we've done before. It works, guys, basically, long story short, because it gets us to get in the right position once we get past our knees, and it gives us confidence in getting underneath. For maybe people which maybe haven't got the flexibility to do that, we'll be doing hang power snatches with the same intention, or trying to get a little bit lower each and every time. It's a really good way for us to progress. Starting in low volume and low intensity, and then obviously building that volume through sets, and at the end, and then eventually building intensity as well, so low we can do that way. When it comes to our snatch, our clean rather, we're going to work a similar thing, but actually for most of us it's not as difficult for us to get into that front squat position as it is maybe to get that overhead squat position. So we are only going to do pause hang power cleans with a pause at the knee and a pause in the catch. We're not going to ride it down because we want to get that bar in hand and build up our pull strength. See, clean is so much more based on strength than snatch, so we want to make sure we're hitting both of them. High frequency, high success rate, all the good stuff. Once we've done that, we're going into more of a strength bias block, and that will strength bias training for the last little bit. When it comes to our snatch, we're going to do a snatch deadlift. Now we're probably going to get you in pairs for this, because whilst it'll be me coaching, I need you to be directing as well, because the most important thing here is that we pull that bar in a snatch or a clean position. So we need to be able to understand that we are looking to stay over the bar and not raise the hips as we go, and rise that chest first. Okay, so keeping that bar nice and close, keeping our shoulders over the bar, and really finding and establishing those positions. And the good thing about this is because we start with a deadlift, we're going to start with some segment deadlifts, so we really, again, reinforce those key positions, just off the floor, below the knee, above the knee, and the power position. We do that both for clean and snatch. The only difference is that on clean days, the session may be a little bit longer, just 5 minutes longer, because we're going to do some tool split jerks, so we can really get used to getting the feet out, and some split work drills, followed by some heavy split jerks. We're going to work on frequency on the split jerk. I just think it's good to get confidence 5 minutes we'll do more technical stuff like a pause in the dip, pause in the catch, and the reason for them should be quite obvious. The reason that most people miss their split jerk is actually because their weight gets so heavy, they either get their head in the dip, or they get that bar overhead and it's a little bit further forward than they need, and they bail the bar forward. So getting really confident that we can find those same positions, it's going to develop our weightlifting, no edge. When we will finish with 5 where we haven't got pauses, and the reason for that is I want you to have frequency throughout, so that when we get to the end of the block in 4 weeks time, 8 weeks time, 12 weeks time, 16 weeks time, then we can have great confidence that when we test our clean and jerk together this time round, that we can see where we are and hopefully make some really big jumps. Hope that gives you an insight of what we're doing in the next couple of weeks. As I say, this first block will only be 4 weeks, but it will be built upon and built upon and built upon until we get to that 16-week period. Looking forward to seeing all your progress, guys.